How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ and this is another episode of Half-Life Opposing Force, and in today's episode we are progressing through the most annoying part of this Let's Play. Or at least, you know what, it probably wasn't the most annoying part. I'd say it was on par with all the other parts, but the problem I had with this part was that I just simply was like very burnt out at this point. I didn't really fucking want it to keep going. I kinda wanted this to slow the fuck down, and I just... Well, I didn't get a break, you know? Normal people would probably, like, what, play for, like, I don't know, 3 hours, maybe. I played this for, like, 8 fucking hours. And I gotta redo this fucking part that I had so much trouble with when I fucking first... In last episode. That fucking sucks. You know what else? The whole week, like, I got up early, right? And I was, like, gonna go on a bike, like I did kinda recently. But the whole fucking week, every time I got up, it was like horrible fucking weather outside. Only later I fucking realized that I could have fucking saved it any moment I wanted. And I did. The weather's all fucked up, right? But I was like, well, maybe it won't fucking rain. I kinda don't wanna sit a whole fucking week on my ass in the bed. I don't regret getting up and actually going on a bike because I went to a fucking mall, I bought a shirt. Because I kept asking my mom to buy it on the way from work, but she didn't. So I went and bought it, and my money, of course, but, you know. And thank fucking God that I think my back tire in my bike, I realized was a little bit flat, like it lost some air, because that little, like, cover for the thing, I think it's lost, so maybe the back tire loses air quicker. And what happened, I went home, and like 10 minutes later, this fucking ridiculous storm, like I went to the bathroom and I got up, I went out, and I was like, why the fuck is it so dark inside all of a sudden? What the fuck, did I fucking sit there for like a whole day? No, it was because the fucking storm was so ridiculous that it went from being a sunny day to being just fucking dark outside almost, because the whole sky was just dark fucking gray. And it was raining like fucking crazy. It was fucking... I couldn't keep any of the fucking windows open because they were keep fucking being like shut by the fucking wind. Not to mention I had to take all of the fucking clothes from the balcony. But what the fuck am I sharing that fucking story with you? I don't know. Just slice of life fucking kind of stories. Why the fuck wouldn't I share it with you? You know what the fuck I was up to today. Something else I meant to bring up. Oh yeah, I have this fucking monster here that I haven't had for a long time. It's the Ripper one. Ripper Juiced. It's the black one, but the logo is yellow instead of green. I believe it was good. There was also this like red and black one, which I haven't had in a while too. It was like called Racer or something like that. And I figured it'd be perfect because this episode's pretty long. And the next episode's not exactly that short either, but the next episode is the final one. This is episode 13, I believe. I remember when I started doing Let's Plays, I kinda kept track of which episode I was doing, so I like... When I start the video, I'll be like, this is episode 12 or something, and I would like bring that up for some reason. Kinda don't do that anymore. Also, something funny, if you go back to my like Fallout 4 Let's Play, which I remember I did once, I just like didn't do any intro. Like I did do the title intro, like the title card at the beginning, right? But then I didn't say anything like, how's it hanging, fellas? I was just like, alright, fucking, like, from the beginning, I was just like, alright, fuck this fucking bullshit, let's go and do this fucking thing instead. As if I just started, like, midway through an episode. Maybe that's how I did fucking episodes. Maybe I just, like, recorded for a long time and then separated that into episodes. I don't think so, but... Not to mention that my Fallout 4 Let's Play... If you go into my Fallout 4 Let's Play, you'll notice how some of the first thumbnails look different than the rest. was because like I started the Let's Play and then I lended the game to my friend, who I just, you know, I didn't thought of like telling him like, you know, I'm recording a Let's Play of this game, maybe I'll lend it to you later when I'm done. So I did, and like for like half a year I didn't continue the Fallout 4 Let's Play, I continued it later. So that's the reason why. It's kind of weird. I could continue the Battlefield 1 Let's Play someday, but at this point it's been so fucking long that I kind of want to keep not finishing it, you know? Maybe one day when I finally do it, it'll be like a big deal. Maybe my fucking final last fucking Let's Play. Oh, this part was fucking annoying because I had to outrun a fucking helicopter. I didn't have to outrun it, I just simply had to like dodge its fucking projectile. But I figured it's a fucking helicopter, I can probably fucking destroy it. I'm not sure why the fuck the rocket launcher didn't hit like homing rockets, like the original one did. It should have, so what the fuck's going on? See, it would have been so easier if I fucking could home in these fucking missiles, but I can't. It's bullshit. Yeah, so Fallout 4. One thing what the fuck was that noise I just made? One thing I regret with that Let's Play was that I didn't done the Kate. You know Kate? She's a companion. I didn't done her quest line because I finished the game and her quest line still wouldn't activate, so I was kind of like, oh, whatever. But nowadays I would have just simply run around with her for a little bit, and then I make a bonus episode, and I kind of regret that I don't have that save file anymore because I would totally fucking do that. So who knows, maybe I'll replay Fallout 4 one day and I'll make a fucking bonus episode with Kate's drug addiction side story, where you help her overcome drug addiction. That'd be kind of funny. So many years later. It's like when I did my, I did a fucking Rayman Legends Let's Play in 2018. And I planned for it to have a bonus episode at the end, where I go through the like final chapter that's basically all of the special music levels, but harder, with like stupid visual effects. But by the time I finished the game, I actually didn't have enough points to get into that chapter. But later, in 2020, my sister was playing a lot of Rayman Legends, and she got enough points to get into that chapter. And I, like 2 years after the initial Let's Play, I finally did like a fucking the bonus episode that I was talking about all this time. Why the fuck this motherfucker ain't dying? I threw like 2 fucking C4s at this fucking jackass. At least there's some fucking health pickup. And the fucking bug. I hate these fucking bugs. I hate this part overall, you know? I was talking about Iron Sky recently. That movie. I watched the sequel. You know what, the sequel actually teases like the 3rd movie, which haven't came out yet, but you know, I guess I'll watch it when it does, because now I'm actually invested. Did I just like switch something on my rocket launcher? What the fuck? Switch on it? What's that about? Yeah, I didn't mention there's a scene where the PR manager for the president, she recreates the scene from Downfall. You know that scene from Downfall? I'm probably, you know, now saying it, like the scene from Downfall. You probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. The scene with Hitler freaking the fuck out at some people. Remember that scene that was like heavily edited around 2010 YouTube? That was like the late 2010s YouTube. That Hitler scene was like a popular meme. People edited it, like they added subtitles because not many people outside of Germany know German, unless you're Austrian or Swiss. Swiss don't have a language. There's no Switzerlandish. They just speak French. I think they mainly speak French. But I remember something from school where they like speak like a combination of French, some regions speak German, some Italian, I guess, because they're like in the fucking in between all these three countries, so I guess it makes sense. You know what, I always thought, if you're born in Switzerland, you have like your fucking life set. Like you're born there and you're rich and that's it, and you don't fucking gotta do shit. I feel like everybody in Switzerland is fucking rich and don't fucking gotta do shit. They live their life, they can do what they like. They don't have to fucking work. Do shit they don't like just to fucking stay afloat. You know? Fuck was I talking about Iron Sky and that scene from Downfall? I haven't seen Downfall, but that's another movie on my list. Especially since Iron Sky reminded me of that fucking movie. Then I added it to the list of the movies that I want to watch. Unless I can't find them anywhere. Again, I know that this fucking rocket launcher does have homing missiles because I actually used them later in the game. But I don't remember doing anything differently. I just remember that I shot the rocket launcher and it worked like it did before in the original Half-Life. You know? Remember how I think last episode actually, I was going on a big rant about Rayman 1? So my problem was that after a certain point, you cannot fucking get to the final level of the game without going 100%, and I did not want it to go back into every single fucking level in that fucking game and 100% it. I was like, nah, I'm not fucking doing that. I refuse to. I don't want to. I already fucking I'm so fucking mad at that game and I hate it, even though I kinda love it, but I also don't want to fucking play it again. It's kinda like, maybe after a long while I would like to play it again, but not fucking like, I wouldn't have played immediately right now after I just fucking beat it yesterday. Yeah, I beat it. Beat Rayman 1. So I want to explain how I beat it. Still, one problem is that I forgot to turn on the recording while I fought the Scorpion boss fight, and that part of the game I did lost, unfortunately. So that's a bummer that I lost that. But you know, I did beat it. I'm not fucking lying. And then the problem was that, you know, I couldn't fucking get to the final boss fight because I didn't bother to 100% the game. In fact, I got like 12% in the game. I almost fucking missed every single cage. Wow, I saved the game. I'm so smart. And how long are we into this episode and I just saved the fucking game? See, the helicopter's like smoking. I figured if maybe I blasted with enough shit, it'll blow up eventually. I don't think it blows up, to be honest. I don't remember it blowing up. I think it's just like the best I got was just outrun it and hide from it. So why the fuck is this helicopter shooting me? Is it the Black Ops helicopter? Who the fuck are these people inside there? Fucking assholes, that's who they are. Jesus Christ. Also, this place is not very intuitive on where the fuck do you go. It's a where the fuck do you go kind of game. No, but for real, I didn't know. Oh my god, fucking missiles. They have missiles too? At least I'm here. I don't gotta do this bullshit again. Yeah, and I found a website that's pretty much dedicated to Rayman 1 save files. And I found it last time too, but the problem I had, I just needed a save file where the final level is accessible. And that was the only fucking link in that website that didn't work. It would send it to a 404 missing website, like page, right? But what I found out on that website is that you could download an archive of every single level. So basically, if you want to get back to like a certain level, or you just simply started the game and you already wanted to get to the end, you could have done that. You could have just download the archive, and then just play the game like that. So I downloaded the archive where only the final level is available. I mean, not only, all of the levels are available. It's like a 100% file where like you can just get to the end. And that's what I did, and I beaten it. It wasn't that bad actually. The final boss fight, I looked it up just because I figured I don't want to get stuck in it again. See, now they're fucking homing in. I don't understand why the fuck they didn't do that before. Oh, and I got him. I could have got him so fucking easily if the fucking missiles were homing in, which they didn't for some fucking reason. Stupid fucking bullshit. The fuck was I saying? Yeah, so the final boss fight wasn't that hard. It wasn't that good either. It was just like a combination of all the previous boss fights instead of you doing something cool. I gotta say, the level design was really cool because you don't expect the final fucking level to be like very happy. But it was cake themed. It was like cakes everywhere, cookies, just all kinds of treats. That's the theme of the final level where the main bad guy was hanging out. Mr. Dark. It's very spooky. And yeah, Mr. Dark doesn't put up a fight. He just sends his goons against you, and he just kinda... His level sucks because there's like portions where... At the beginning, he does a thing where like he makes evil Rayman, which is pretty fucking awesome. I'm always a sucker for evil versions of the good characters. Actually, you know what the fuck the evil Rayman name is? He has a name. His name is Raymazes. Raymazes? It's like Nemesis and Rayman. So it's Raymazes? Raymazes? I don't fucking know how you pronounce that. Whatever. And I like him because he's just a darker fucking color scheme Rayman. He looks kind of lame in this game, but he looked really cool in as an unlockable skin in Rayman Origins. He was like the second most expensive skin in that game. So I guess it was a good thing because he was like the coolest looking one. And speaking of Rayman Origins, I actually did record the whole game, and not only that, but I actually bothered to 100% that game because that game, unlike Rayman 1, doesn't fucking suck and pisses you off. Unless you're really bad at it, which... I don't know, I feel like it has a better fucking level of challenge instead of just being fucking bullshit. See, I learned that you can kinda like strafe left and right, and you kinda can dodge his fucking stupid projectiles. But that still wouldn't help me much if there was a couple of them. Taking on one is easy, you know, but like a bunch of them, that's a little bit harder. Yeah, so I recorded the final episode. One thing I'm still mad about is that I still couldn't record my own footage of me beating the Scorpion boss fight. Like, even using the save files that would allow me to go back to that level, even though I already had that level available, I just cannot, like, reset the boss fights for some reason. So, like, once I beat him, I can't beat him again. And because I didn't record it me beating him, now I just can't fucking do that. Which kinda sucks. I'm not that fucking mad about it. Honestly, the Scorpion guy was really fucking easy. As soon as I like learned what the fuck to do, he was extremely fucking easy. And so was the final boss fight. It was like super fucking easy once I fucking knew what the fuck to do. So what the fuck was it with the previous boss fights, especially Space Mama? Oh my god, they fucking dropped in from the ceiling. Fucking assholes. Yeah, I think I got a little mad on this part. I mean, for fuck's sake, there's no fucking warning. They just drop in and fucking kill you. I wasn't even prepared for this shit. Had no preparation. Fucking, and I was low on health too, not to mention. Nice. I think he throws the same projectiles as my fucking alien weapon that lives. I love the sniper rifle, man. Should have make a bonus or a gameplay and such out of Half-Life Deathmatch. I wonder if some servers are still online so I could actually play with people. I bet there are. Classic online games like that always have like fucking fan servers that are always supported just for the, like 5 people left who still play the game. Yeah, and what the fuck I was talking about? So I beaten Rayman 1. I am proud of myself. That game is infamously fucking hard. And sure, I cheated my way through it. Not only did I fucking kept using the 99 lives code, I also fucking downloaded save files just to get to the end. But I don't give a shit. I honestly don't give a flying fuck. Because that game's fucking ridiculous. And I just don't give a flying fuck about that, man. I would feel bad about it if the game actually like allowed me to like, if the game wasn't so fucking hard and I cheated in any way. Like, it's like, if for example this game, if I cheated like towards the end and I would just like spawn myself a bunch of cool shit, I would feel a little mad about myself. Like, why did I do that? I could have easily gone through this game all on my own without cheating. And I didn't cheat it in this game, by the way. But like in Rayman 1, I don't fucking care, man. Oh yeah, Iron Sky 2, I forgot about that. What the fuck happened in Iron Sky 2? So, by the way, in the first game, you know, there's no Hitler in it, and... Oh, motherfucker, hit. Why hide? Just announce yourself. Yell out, I'm over here. Watch out. Fuckers are hiding. I hate that the most, to be honest, about this game. That the AI doesn't just simply run at me and try to kill me. It's like fucking smarter than that. It's like taking cover and it's like hiding from me too. Motherfuckers. And the fuck? Oh yeah, there was this space Führer, because if you remember, you know, there's Nazis on the moon, and they have a Führer, and his name was something. I just kept calling him a space Führer, because I kept forgetting his name. It's funny because the main bad guy of the movie, Adler, he also kept forgetting his name, which pissed him off. Because Adler also wanted to kill Space Führer and take his place. But Space Führer, once Adler like goes to Earth and he's kinda there for longer than he was supposed to, he comes to Earth to check on him, and it turns out, and he like catches him while he's talking about wanting to kill that guy. I mean the Space Führer, not this guy.
I've been hiding up here listening. These black ops have some sort of bomb. I think they're
Some sort of bomb.
Now, why do you think they would do such a thing?
I don't know, man. Such... You're so mean. It's like a Banjo-Kazooie.
Nobody likes a bully.
Oh, what the fuck?
And I'm only willing to take so much abuse. You know, nobody likes a bully.
I like Bully. It's a great game. What the fuck they're talking
about? Don't make me go and throw down, or that's it. I've had it.
Isn't this where the Black Ops came out of? So what the fuck was this guy doing up there? He died? He wouldn't die from my knife stabs, but a loading screen killed him? The fuck I was talking about before I fucking completely spaced out and forgot? Man, this happens to me more than it should. What's wrong with my memory, man? Am I dumb? Probably. Space Führer shows up, and then the fucking PR lady that, you know, Adler was cheating on his girlfriend with, and also she kinda like super fell for him. She kills Space Führer. But later, when Adler goes to the top of the building and he's like, Space Führer is dead, now I'm the Führer, take me to the moon. Space Führer actually comes back to the building and then gets finished off by Adler just kicking him in the fucking face, which I thought was badass. And in this movie, it takes place some years after the first one. The first one was released in 2010, I believe, and it took place in 2018. And one thing, I thought that the spacesuits at the beginning of this first movie, they looked a lot like the SpaceX spacesuits actually. So maybe they actually oh look, it's Barney. Maybe they predicted that. Are you gonna open the fucking door for me, Barney? You piece of shit secondary fucking main character, jackass. What if Adrian? Oh, you know what I thought would be awesome? What if Adrian was like the final boss fight, like if Half-Life 3 came out and like Adrian would come back and he would have to fight him? What the fuck? Beeping device. For making annoying noises. Just to piss people off. What a bunch of assholes these Black Ops are. They can't even fucking leave people. They can't, you know, terrorize the place, but at least leave it in fucking peace. Now they can do my fucking beeping noises.
You better get in here.
It's not going to be easy from
Yeah, what the
here
fuck?
on out.
Ooh, red cans.
Out is through the level 4 storage unit, but it's a mess down there.
Why the fuck is
The
with this
Black
spray?
Ops
Why is
were
it
using
upside
as a
down?
staging point until the aliens came in.
If you do make it through, make sure you have them come back for us.
Yeah, I'll make sure. Don't worry about it. You know what? This ending of this game is fucking ridiculous. Ah, fuck, I threw a grenade. This bullshit. I was trying to mash fucking knives so I can destroy boxes. So it takes place a couple of years after the first movie, and now we follow Renate and I guess John Washington, who's not in this movie, he's dead. We follow her daughter. Her name's Obi, which is a hardware store's name. I haven't been to Obi in a long fucking time. It's not like I fucking visit hardware stores regularly. No, this place just gives off a really fucking bad vibe, you know? It's so quiet, a little bit too open for my liking. It has this fucking menacing echo. And yes, this is probably the reason why this episode is so fucking long. This and that helicopter section is definitely the reason why this episode sucks. It's so fucking long. And why I really got mad towards the end of this. Who the fuck is even shooting at me? How did they get behind me? I was covering up this whole fucking place. How did they snuck up behind me? It's ridiculous. Got these black suits. It's actually really hard to see them. They're just like black silhouettes running around. I could just put it in mine right next to me. What a jackass. Run away. And there's more characters. At the beginning, there's like a Russian guy. His name was Sasha, and he shows up in like this beat up old German ship that he picked by himself by just like putting a bunch of shit together. Which they make fun of, you know, how like everything Russians make is really shitty, but it's really durable. Because it's like, you know, like AK-47. It's not the most advanced gun in the world, but it's fucking durable as fuck. And then I guess that's this guy's whole thing, you know, he's like a tinker kind of guy, you know, tinkers with shit, but he doesn't really give a fuck about how it looks, which I guess is opposite to how the Germans work. They always have the cool looking shit, like their outfits. Oh yeah, they're on the moon base again, because apparently that fight at the end of last game, that caused the whole world into like disarray and everybody's dead. And the whole world is devastated. Oh Jesus. Oh my god, they fucking assholes. The whole world is devastated, and now the only people left are the people on the moon and some people left on Earth, like the Russian guy. So immediately you kind of know this guy is one of the main characters. He's probably gonna be a love interest to Obi, right? Yes. It's kind of predictable, especially since he immediately hits on her. But it's kind of funny because this guy like tries to come off as like a cool fucking badass Russian guy. Like, I fight bears on the regular, but then he's kind of a pussy, as it turns out. He's kind of like a skinny fucking Russian guy. Which, funny enough, there's a guy who's exactly like that, and his name is Malcolm, and he becomes like a third main character. He's like one of the security guards who works on the moon base. And he's friends with Obi, and her mom is like keep trying to like, you know, be like, oh, you should hook up with him, but she doesn't want to. Which later turns out he's actually gay. I think, I mean, I guess he could have just slapped a guy on the ass for no reason, but I guess it implied that he was gay. Because they have a conversation at the end of the movie, Sasha and Malkov, where they talk about like, dude, you're like way bigger, you should have her. He's like, what? I don't even like girls. I mean, he didn't said that, but he, you know, like said something like, no, you should have her. And then he like said something, I forgot what, and slapped the guy on the ass. Also, I love how this movie, basically, they won. The main characters won because they were using a Nokia phone and not an iPhone. So the whole moral of the story is that you should use a fucking Nokia. They make kind of a big deal out of this, the fact that the Russian guy is using a Nokia 3310. Which when I saw it, I also got a little bit nostalgic for it, because I actually had a Pro 310 a long time ago. Except mine was blue, it was like light blue. I cannot see anything on the screen, it's so fucking dark in this fucking area. Mine was light blue, but this one was dark. But yeah, they made them in different colors. You know, cause yeah, I'm kind of bad at following this movie's plot. So they're on the moon base, you know, Obi and everyone else. Russian guy shows up and he brings in some people, which he brings in some like Chinese kids, and I don't know. I guess he was just flying around fucking Siberia. Maybe he picked them up around there, and at first they don't like him because he's like bringing more people into a place that's already like overpopulated, as it seems. And one thing that I was kind of weirded out, so Renate is like the leader of the moon base, right? And I imagine on the moon base there is no like money, you know, everybody works to fucking provide for each other, right? Like one guy's a security guard, he doesn't get paid, he just works to make sure everything's safe. Because if he got paid, what the fuck he would buy on a moon base? You know, they just like, if someone's making products, they're probably just gonna like give them to people. At least that's how I thought about it. But even though that's the case, they still have a religion on the moon base, which not everybody seems to be a part of, but Renate is a part of it. Which I guess it would make sense that she might be part of it, because basically that religion worships Apple products. Which I guess makes sense with how the first movie was, where the whole fucking UFO that the Nazis had on the moon, that was as big as their base, that they wanted to use to take over the world, was powered by a MacBook. Except in the last movie they kind of made it less obvious that those were Apple products, because they were like black and they kind of had like weird holographs on them. She fell the fuck on her face. In this movie they're just like straight up, they're like white and it's more obvious than they're supposed to be Apple products. Which I'm not a big fan of Apple products, to be honest. I think they're overpriced for what the fuck they provide, which are just simple fucking phones. Nothing too complicated about them. They don't fucking offer anything more than the fucking like Samsung phones, which is what I had for most of my life. You know what, I had actually one of the earliest touchscreen phones. It wasn't even an Android, but it had a touchscreen, and it was a Samsung. But the touchscreen was like on a DS, where like if you touch something, it would like push in the touchscreen, because they didn't have the like heat recognition technology, which, or at least that's how I guess fucking touchscreens work, because I'm not sure. I always imagined that was supposed to be heat recognition, you know? Kind of how you can, I guess, use something cold to use. I don't know how they work. Maybe they work the same, except it's like, you know, they just simply recognize touch. But then why the fuck doesn't everything work on a fucking touchscreen? I don't know. But basically what I'm saying is that I had one of the like earliest touchscreen phones. I don't know what the fuck it was called, but it was tiny when I found it like a couple of years ago, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this thing is fucking tiny as fuck. I remember that I played the fucking Java Crash Bandicoot games on it, which weren't really good. There was this one that I considered good, but the only reason I considered it good was because Java games, you couldn't really demand much from them. So what I got was what I had to deal with. That was the best I fucking could get. So I wasn't gonna complain like, oh my god, this game sucked. I was just like, oh my god, a Crash Bandicoot game on a Java phone, that's awesome. Yeah, so the bad guy, the Muleführer, comes back. He found his way to the fucking spaceship that Sasha showed up on. And he reveals us the plot that apparently a secret society of lizard people is, you know, like kinda like Illuminati, is all the like rulers of the world. So it turns out the president lady from the first movie was a lizard, and she survived the fucking big war. And now she's hiding in Hollow Earth. This is the second movie this year that I watched that had fucking Hollow Earth in it. First being Godzilla vs. Kong, And funny enough, Hollow Earth and both of these movies look very similar. And I'm not sure which one I would say looked better, to be honest. Both had dinosaurs in it, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, so it turns out dinosaurs live inside Hollow Earth. And there's like dino people in there too. They kind of look like people with like rhino horns glued to their face. Painted gray, which is pretty funny. Yeah, so oh yeah, there's this fucking apple worshipping fucking society, and Renate is part of them, but she straight up sees someone being murdered because he changed his wallpaper on the phone, which they think is sacrilegious. Like they have to use the default settings. And I find it funny that when they found out that this guy changed his wallpaper, the like main priest guy, he used an app called iXcommunicate, and he blew his phone up and blew him along with it. Why the fuck was Renate okay with a apple worshipping cult forming on her fucking base? Guess she wasn't that great of a leader. She allowed that to happen, and she actually joined them. They never make a big deal out of that. They just like fucking, they're okay with it, even though the cult is clearly fucking weird. And I even thought like their leader is gonna end up being like the actual main bad guy or something. Yeah, so the leader actually goes to Hollow Earth with Malkov, Sasha, and Obi. And he has like his worshippers follow him along, which I figured the only reason they did was so they can fucking die, which is exactly what happens to them. They have like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue, and I was just like, they're there to die. Yeah, so it turns out, I really love this fucking scene in Hollow Earth, because it turns out every single like dictator and evil fucking person in the world lives inside Hollow Earth, and they're all dinosaurs. So you have Saddam Hussein, who's a dinosaur. You have Osama bin Laden. You have fucking Margaret Thatcher as a dinosaur. You have fucking Mark Zuckerberg as a dinosaur. It's funny because he's like the only one dressed in like normal clothes. But it's kind of funny because if you're saying that, you know, these people, these lizard people lived on Earth all this time and they secretly ruled it, then why the fuck would they only like recently, like Mark Zuckerberg, if he lived on Earth since the beginning of Earth, why would he only now start fucking like messing with people with Facebook? So obviously the movie doesn't give a shit about that too much. See, I'm setting up traps. I'm trying to be clever here. Could have thrown a grenade, now that I think about it. Yeah, and when they're in, also the fucking way they get into Hollow Earth is really funny, because instead of, they talk about like, oh man, getting into Hollow Earth is gonna be tough. But then they literally just like fucking crash the UFO and they just fall into it. So I feel like that maybe was meant to be a scene where they like tried to get into Hollow Earth and they were just like, maybe not. Oh, these fuckers. I knew I would fucking die, but that was a suicide fucking bombing attack. No, I was doing so fucking well and I forgot about the jackasses. I set up traps for them. I thought that would be enough for them not to get behind me. I think fucking god enemies in this game can't fucking jump. You ever think about that? How they don't ever jump? Yeah. Oh yeah, because the Space Führer actually showed up, and he's the one who told her about Hollow Earth. And he revealed that a bunch of, actually a couple of aliens like crash landed on Earth years ago when dinosaurs were around. They had a fucking awesome alien spaceship, I gotta say, I love the design of it. It went for that like, kinda like the spaceship is made out of like flesh, but it looked really fucking cool. I overall really like the spaceship design. Something I didn't bring up when I was talking about the first movie. The way, I guess, humanity ended was because a bunch of Zeppelins, a bunch of space Zeppelins just simply threw a bunch of meteors on Earth because they didn't hit nukes, I guess. Which is funny because, you know, in Wolfenstein, the reason why Nazis took over is because they invented nukes in time. Because you know how in real life nukes were invented like shortly after World War II? And Nazis, like, if they fucking invented that a little bit earlier, then probably Wolfenstein's universe would be the real universe that we live in. Sometimes I think about that, like, if you were in the Wolfenstein universe, right? Then let's say you were born into like a family who already, you know, was raised on the fact that there are a bunch of Nazis and they don't really care. It's like every day for them. You wouldn't care that you're just like ruled by Nazis. You'd be like, oh well. You wouldn't even think about it. You know, it's like if maybe like in the future we'll think of like today's fucking, I don't know, ONZ or something like that. That's like fucking horrible people. Or whatever the fuck. Yeah, so there we're in like the Dino City, which kind of reminded me of the Mario movie. Which I actually like that movie. Oh, where the fuck he came from? Wasn't here before. And fucking drained my health, that son of a bitch. Jackass. Fuck this part of the game, it sucks and makes an annoying sound too. The fuck was I talking about? So they go to Dino City and they have to like, and Sasha and Obi dress as like the Rhino Guardians people. And which they don't look convincing at all, but I guess the Rhino people are just stupid and they fall for it anyway. Malkov tries to help them by like fighting raptors, which I totally thought they killed them because there's a scene where he fights them and he puts up quite a fight against two fucking raptors. But then at the end they like bite on his face and you can see just like blood spurting out of him. And I was like, oh my god, they just killed him off? Was he really supposed to be just killed off like that? Which I thought was kind of supposed to happen because Malkov like puts on a red shirt and he says my lucky shirt. And I was like, oh, he put on a red shirt, you know, the movie's rule, like whoever wears red, he's gonna die. And I thought that's what they were making fun of by him calling that shirt his lucky shirt, which is usually the unlucky shirt. But no, he doesn't die at all in the movie, which is kind of a joke at the end. Oh fuck, there's so many Black Ops. I think the finale of this game is fucking annoying. And look how low on health I am. Where the fuck am I supposed to get health from now? Yeah, what the fuck I was talking about? Which part I got stuck on? I love these movies, to be honest. I didn't expect it to like them that much. I thought I would like watch them and be like, yeah, they're kinda cool. I didn't expect it to be like really fucking into them. Yeah, and so Malkov lives. Him and the Apple worshippers actually get taken. Oh yeah, and Hitler shows up. I love how the president actually like starts making fun of like Hitler and all the other rulers. And then Hitler walks in and she like totally fucking goes quiet. And then actually all their other leaders, they actually kill off the president, bitch. Which I was like, well, I was kind of weirded out by that, because like she was like a big part of the first movie, and now she's being killed off. While they brought back Space Führer. But yeah, it turns out the Space Führer is actually Hitler's brother. And Hitler and his brother, they were actually those aliens that wiped out dinosaurs and they like helped start the humanity. Which I guess Hitler just hates all living beings on Earth. While his brother liked humanity. But I guess he didn't like when they started crossbreeding, because, you know, he was a Nazi and everything. He was quite big on the whole Iranian thing in the first movie, so I don't really... I guess he just likes Iranians. You know, but... he wants humanity to live, but just the Iranians. Not the other unwanted element, or whatever you would call that. Filth, I don't know. Yeah, so Hitler is there. Obi and Sasha steal the Holy Grail, which I don't remember them talking about needing to steal a Holy Grail. Oh my god, what the fuck? How did I not take damage from that? I had a grenade blow up under my feet and I somehow survived. No, so who the fuck threw it like that? Bunch of fucking assholes. Blew myself up, great. Great fucking job. Yeah, so they have a holy grail, and basically that caused the whole place to fucking just get destroyed. In a really awesome sequence where they have to outrun a giant, like, glowing boulder, like in Indiana Jones. And they were riding on, like, what they're called, chariots, that were carried by Triceratops. That's the name. I think I was really mad at this part. Because I got into the point where I wasn't mad, I was just kinda upset and really fucking frustrated. That's even worse than being mad. At least when I'm mad, I'm motivated to kick the fucking game's ass. But when I'm at that point, I'm just like, oh, I don't want to play this anymore. I want it to end. Thankfully, we're really close to the end. I mean, I don't give a shit at this point because I already beaten this. And whatever. What I was talking about? Yeah. So they bring back the Holy Grail to the moon base. Führer is there. And at that point, I guess Hitler's the... Oh yeah, there's a scene where Malcolm, right? So the Apple worshippers, they actually find Steve Jobs inside Hollow Earth. He's there. I don't know why my multiplayer model is some girl in pink. Probably did that myself. So they find fucking Steve Jobs and they follow him to that like main place. And they're like, we're your worshippers. We worship your products and stuff. But then Hitler and Steve Jobs, the movie's insane. Hitler and Steve Jobs eat all of the worshippers, which I figured at least the main one would have survived, but no, he doesn't. Which I was kind of like, great, because I really didn't like that guy, he was an asshole. So I expected the movie to like maybe make him the main villain, or he would like make a deal, because he was trying to strike a deal with Hitler, but then Hitler just had them eaten, because you know they're lizard people, so they ate the worshippers. And something about fucking... So they have the Grail, they bring it back to the moon base, and then Hitler, riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex, rides in, and he starts fucking wrecking shit. And you know what, the whole reason why I even found out about this franchise is because I saw a GIF of no, I saw a video of Hitler on a T-Rex saying Heil, Sieg Heil motherfuckers, and I went, it's like, what the fuck movie is this from? And someone told me Iron Sky 2, and I was like, well, I gotta watch Iron Sky 1 now. And yeah, I watched both of them now. And I guess the third one is coming up, and it's exactly what I predicted it was gonna be. Which I'm not surprised because it sounds like a great idea. So, what the fuck else happened? I don't remember what the fuck the Holy Grail did, to be honest. And what the fuck they needed it for. Ah, great, lost some fucking health. And, but yeah, Hitler gets killed really lame. Renate, like, I think she like drinks from the Holy Grail and then she gets superpowered. You know, I think maybe the Holy Grail was needed. Space Führer wanted it because he fucking wanted to just like go superpowered. But Renate drinks it instead, and she goes superpowered, and she kicks the Tyrannosaurus that Hitler was sitting on, and then Hitler just like smashes into a bridge. And then like a generator falls on him and just squashes him. So I was like, really? I thought you would like die in a cool fight. But I don't know. That was kind of abrupt. I even thought like he was gonna come back. Maybe he regenerated or something. Like maybe Hitler's so fucking powerful he can regenerate. Maybe they would like play in that he actually did shot himself during World War II, but he just regenerated from that. Yeah, so Hitler started humanity, as this movie explains. In case that I wasn't clear about that enough. Which is fucking ridiculous. This part sucks too, I gotta like jump on these fucking moving crates, which is similar to how it was in Half-Life 1. Except Half-Life 1 had these like bogus fucking physics trying to fucking make it harder. And here at least they're like scripted physics. I love scripted physics, you know, when it's like physics that you cannot fucking interact with or alter in any way. Like these crates, they just fucking they just swing back and forth. I like that there's like two fucking aliens and the Black Ops are fighting each other while I'm on top of these fucking crates shooting at them too. Look at these fucking shells. Oh, they disappeared. Yeah, and they fucking defeat Hitler. I think Renate dies. I don't remember what happened to her. I think she died. Maybe she like overdosed on fucking Holy Grail. Holy monster. Oh yeah, then raided the monster. It's still good. Like it was when I drank it a while ago. I just haven't seen it in stores in a long time, and I was trying to pick up a wedding present with my friend. I'm not going to the wedding, he does. We end up picking like whiskey glasses. You know, like a big whiskey bottle. Not like a bottle of whiskey, but a bottle for whiskey. And a fucking shot glass. Pretty cool. That's pretty good looking. I do like whiskey. I prefer rum, but whiskey's cool too. And yeah, so the final, like, oh yeah, also in the first movie, Adler shot the fucking moon with a laser, and it caused the moon to be like fractured, but not as much as it was in Sonic Adventure 2, because whole half of the moon blew the fuck up in Sonic Adventure 2. In this movie, only like 1/4 of it blew up, or even less. So, yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 has that over Iron Sky, I guess. How much the moon blew up. Yeah, and then the movie begins actually with like Iron Sky universe. So like what, they're trying to like tie in more movies to this universe or something? Or is it just gonna be a trilogy and then we'll see what? Well, more people were in that. Oh, also the scene when like all of these like dictators were together, it was kind of referencing The Last Supper. Where like a bunch, like they were sitting at this one table and they were all facing the same way, right? And there was more characters like Kim Jong-un. But they didn't do anything important in the story. Osama bin Laden was in the story, he was the one chasing after them. Margaret Thatcher also did that. Who the fuck else was at that table? Yeah, noticeably Stalin was absent, which I thought would be important to the third movie, right? And yeah, they end up like leaving the moon station on like a big spaceship. Because I think it was like destroyed, so they didn't want it to stick around. But then Space Fuhrer, like last ditch effort, he like follows them on that fucking alien spaceship from the beginning of the movie. And his alien spaceship is powered by an iPhone. But they use a fucking Nokia 3310 to fucking blow it up because they somehow got the what the fuck was it called? Excommunicate app on it, which I don't know how the fuck they got an app on a fucking Nokia 3310. You could download shit for it, but not like that. I do love the final scene where they're like just chilling on the spaceship and like the Malkov is in the background beating Sasha's record in Snake on that game. My grandma had a fucking insane record in that game, to be honest. I could never beat it. Yeah, and that's the scene where Malkov turns out to be gay, so now Sasha can just hook up with Obi. And also Malkov like eats peanuts and then he has an allergy. And then we have a scene where they try to shoot him into space because they think he's dead. And I was like, really? After all this shit, they're killing him off because he had an allergy attack? Because, you know, her mom's dead, Renata's dead, so they shoot her into space. Oh, he's a friend. So they shoot her into space in a coffin. And then they also shoot Malkov into space in a coffin. But then Malkov last moment just comes out of it and he's like, oh, sorry, I had an allergy attack. You're about to fucking kill him. And yeah, they hook up and they reveal that they're going to Mars. They also reveal that it's gonna take him about 80 years to get there. So I imagine in the next movie we're gonna follow Sasha and Obi's child as they go to Mars, which they say the red planet. And the last scene is, you know, a hammer and a sickle on Mars. So I guess the third movie is exactly what I thought. Communists from Mars. Pretty cool. Can't really think of what could you do for a fourth movie, so I guess it could be a perfect trilogy, because it's pretty fucking awesome. So see you fellas in the next episode, bye.